Williams was released from jail on Friday as a result of the ongoing investigation.
Menacing. Like, menacing gentlemen.
Arrested and accused of murder. The Suffolk County DA dropped the charges today against Kevin Williams.
I said I'm back up on the 8 block. My lawyer got my case dropped. Been around the world, but I still post up on that same block. Niggas never been there, cause them niggas know I gang rock. Most of got addicted to them pistols, how them things pop. I was pushing pack and ducking rats to like the name drop. Niggas love to see me cave, cause they know a bill will raid. Niggas think it's sweet until we meet, I bet they be amazed. No Jamaican food, but we the only ones that try and flame. Walking down parks like bitch this shit for gang. Broski in the passenger, 5% 10 when we passing you, no freezing up. Feel like Steph Curry when he's heating up. Niggas tough in jail, but in these streets they wasn't meeting up. Bitches trying to fuck, they in my songs, turn they speakers up. Gotta run the whip before we dip, I gotta eating up. Took a vacation, came back, they still ain't keeping up. Niggas sneak this me, came home, now they ain't speaking up. 5 weeks in the county on confusion. Niggas said they with me, but they really had me losing. Judge said no bail, hit my cell, I was fuming. See them kids are moving, if any of them ever hit the unit. How them pigs locked me if they never had no evidence. Almost took my freedom, now a nigga get to cherish it. Used to be that young and now I'm running with them veterans. Michi got a glizzy, different reason and he testing it. With your little bitch, I gave a dick, now I'm finessing it. Only FaceTime, can't get caught up in your messages. First day out of jail, cops at work and started stretching it. I ain't dead broke, but on the gram, always flexing it. My trap phone booming, geek is blowing up my cellular. I ain't doing deals unless they buying on the regular. My mother need a Benz, I'm just trying to pull the Tesla up. My lawyer, she a beast and let the DA get the best of her.
Hey, Mama Sophie. Hey, Kiki.
Right. You ain't too, you crazy. Fuck is wrong with niggas, man? Niggas counting me out. I'm fucking back, nigga. Money, 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 gang.
Hey. All right. Thank you guys for tuning in. Hold on, let me turn it down.
Gang, nigga.
My bad. Thank you guys for tuning in to another episode of Fuck Your Podcast. I am Star.
And I am Patty Mayo.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year's, guys.
Yes, we are back. We actually decided to take another week off.
Yes.
Because we had to get some more stuff together. But thank you guys for tuning in. So that song right there was by Wave. So basically the song that he wrote, or the song is called Free the Jail. I think it was a Free the Jail. Yeah, I'm sorry. But anyway, so I don't have on my glasses. But he basically was released from jail not too long ago because they put they tried to pin a murder charge on him, which, you know, it wasn't him. He didn't do it. So they ended up dropping the charges. It's like a big thing. If anybody know what happened,
so that's where that hashtag comes from.
So anybody who heard about the story that happened, the guy at the gas station who got shot in Common Square.
Yes, that was.
So he's actually my friend's son, and you know it hits close to home because it's like, you know, here you are trying to pin a murder charge on this young man, which he didn't do anything wrong, and you know it's like they're trying to sweep it under the rug, like the charges and stuff like that. So it's really unfortunate, but shout out to Kev for his song. It's dope. I listened to a few of his tracks, so I really like it. So
that's pretty dope. I like how he has hashtag Free the Jail.
Right. So I mean, a lot of people can kind of relate.
Yeah.
You know, when you're when somebody try to say that, oh, it was me, it was him, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody picked him out, said it was him, but it wasn't him, you know? So mistaken identity, basically.
And there's a lot of males, females that's in jail right now.
Right.
Because being accused of things that they didn't do, or, you know,
right,
twist the charges.
What's up everybody in the chat? Thank you guys for tuning in. So we're gonna jump right into the topics. Happy New Year to everyone. We miss you guys, and I hope that you stick with us for another lit season 2.
Yeah.
Oh, so let me before we jump in, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsor, one of our sponsors. She makes chocolate cakes, candies, and stuff like that. But she made us these cups. She sent us these cups in the mail.
Can you see our names?
And our names are on there. It's a FY podcast. She blinged us out.
Yeah.
And she made us the shot glasses too. And she blinged us up on a shot glasses. So shout out to Sophia. And you guys want to check her out. She has two pages, Beating the Odds and Sweet Passion. So definitely check her out. She's out of Atlanta.
So just know I'm not drinking all this before we cheers. I'm not drinking all this because I will die.
All right. Cheers to the New Year's and another season two.
I had to try and take it like a champ. But hell no. I'm not as young as I used to, okay? I can't do that. Whew. Okay. Is that the first drink of the year start?
I've been getting
you acting like you was drinking the Henny.
I've been getting drunk all year. What day is it? It's only the 10th. I've had a hangover every goddamn day. You hear me?
Oh my God, we had so much fun for New Year's. We brought in the New Year's together.
Yes.
It was so much fun.
So much fun. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Hey Kim. Hey Sophia. I don't have my glasses on. Hey sis. Thank you for tuning in.
I wish I could see everything. Peace, queens. Happy New Year's. Y'all look great. Hashtag sister-in-law. Hashtag my boo.
All right, so let's go ahead and jump into the topic. So this was a big topic in social media recently. New York. Hey, Nika. So recently, New York City decided to add gender neutral option to their birth certificate.
Right.
So, with everything going on in the world, everyone is, how everyone identifies themselves is, differently now.
Yeah.
So now they're able to put what on there?
An X. So you have to be 18 and older in order to qualify. And I guess the catch is that you have to attest that it's not actually saying that you're no longer your actual gender, but you're just stating that you don't want to be identified, I guess. It's horrible the way they have it, because it's like you're basically saying to us that you're still your gender, but you don't want the world to know that you're your gender.
So you can put X there.
So you can put an X.
Got it.
So it just sucks. I mean, for me, I know it's a big step in that community.
Right.
But in another sense, it's like I feel like there should be a little bit more fighting done in that community, just because there shouldn't be, okay, you can do this, but you have to do this.
Okay.
Because it's still taken away from that freedom of them, because like a lot of them fight to get that gender changed.
Right.
So when you get that gender changed, you want to probably be considered a female or a male. I feel like they should still be fighting.
Right. So my thing is, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I first read about it, I was like, first of all, how are they just gonna put an X right there and it's a newborn baby? What the fuck's going on? I was like, maybe don't know what they, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? That's what I thought at first. So okay, thank you for clearing that up.
Yeah, like you have to definitely know this is your choice. And I feel like 18 is still kind of too young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like, it sucks because I'm not in that position, but I do feel like 18 is too young.
Right.
I feel like, 25 or even, I don't know.
I say, people, again, I know it's a sensitive subject because I don't want to be out here saying things and, I'm not,
Same.
Trying to offend anyone, but I just feel like maybe you should kind of like wait a little while. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I know some people like, this is how I was since I was born. And things like
right.
That.
And that's the part I understand. It's
Right,
like if you knew your whole life, then it's like finally I'm 18. I can do it.
Right.
But yeah.
So
I completely get it.
So moving on. So also New York, I think they have a new healthcare program.
Yeah.
So shout out to New York. And
looks like I'm gonna be moving to New York.
Right, healthcare is expensive, dude. It's like super fucking expensive. But they are doing New York City is going to provide healthcare to all residents, including low-income workers and undocumented immigrants. So, everybody can go to the doctors, because there's a lot of people who actually don't go to the doctors because they don't have any healthcare. You know how much it costs to fucking go to the emergency room?
Thousands.
Or fucking ride to the hospital? Like, come on.
Thousands.
Like, it's expensive.
And it's not fair.
No.
I don't think you should be paying for that.
Right. I think healthcare should be free.
I think that's what taxes pay for.
Right. But no, apparently
like that's what taxes should be
we're gonna get that. Apparently the taxes is about to pay for this goddamn wall that Trump want to build. But
This guy.
that's what it's about to fund. But
Like,
anyway.
Meanwhile, Trump's somewhere in the White House having a bitch fit because
Okay.
the wall's still not up.
Right.
We're still not giving him
Right.
billions of dollars.
So let's talk about the government shutdown. There's a lot of people that's affected by that.
Oh, yeah. And it's crazy how loyal they are to their job because they're still there.
But I heard that there was a lot of TSA workers, I guess, or in different cities, including New York.
Was they doing like walks out?
No, they were calling out because basically they're not getting paid anyway. So why not call out? Because no one wants to work for free. When you got fucking bills to pay, when you got kids to feed, you know what I'm saying? Like you don't want to fucking go to work for free. Nobody wants to go to work for free.
Hell no.
But you know,
I don't care how special my job is.
Right. Like I get that it's the risk that you take. Let me just say something really, really quickly. I'm having a lot of dental work done. So I'm like really speaking like I'm gonna sound really, I'm really gonna sound really, really crazy. Because I just had like some major work done on Monday. And I still got a lot more to go. But anyway, so if you hear me talking crazy, that's why. But anyway, so I feel like a lot of people, no one wants to work for free. Right. Just like I get up and go to work every day. Some people can't afford to put money away every month just in case the government decides to shut down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like
some people living paycheck to paycheck.
Exactly. Especially if you have to pay for fucking childcare. And then not only that, there's some people that's getting affected with like food stamps.
Really?
Yeah, I spoke one of my clients today. Him and his wife, their insurance, not their insurance, their Social Security check went up, but it only went up by a few dollars. Okay. So them combined together only make about $1,100 a month.
Wow.
And they cut their food stamps down to $60 fucking dollars. A month. $60 a month.
I don't even spend that a week.
But this is two people that is retired that's not getting a lot of money in Social Security, and you cut their food stamps down.
That's crazy.
So they can't afford to eat. They said that they've been going to food pantries. You know what I'm saying? And thank God it's food pantries. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy. Right. But here you go. It depends. It also depends on the state that you're in, because in different states, I be seeing people with fucking $500 in food stamps. I mean, yeah, they have kids, but your fucking income is high.
Yeah.
Versus somebody who's on a fixed income and you're giving them $60. It's crazy. And I feel bad for like all the people affected. Like seriously.
Wow.
I don't know.
So,
I have a friend. My friend is affected. She's affected by it.
Moving to Canada.
Canada, they have free healthcare. But anyway, so there's a lot of people affected by this, and it just sucks, and it's all because of this fucking wall situation. But it's like, okay, when the wall is built, and what if something happens after that? Then what?
Right. Exactly. I mean, it's really just a selfish move for him.
Right.
There's no real benefit to us building this wall. Like what is a wall really going to do? There's planes that can.
Most of the terrorists are already here.
Yeah.
So it's like you're trying to build this wall on against the border, but what about all these mass terrorist shootings? Like
there's no real purpose for this wall.
Exactly. I think it's a waste of time, a waste of money, a waste of taxpayers' money. My thing is this: Trump got mad money. Use your money and then have Mexico pay you back.
Exactly.
All right.
I just feel like what he's trying to do right now is cause an uproar in the country.
Right. Well, we're already divided.
Yeah, and he's just trying to tear us more apart. He's just trying to divide us more.
Right.
And it sucks because it's like some of us are actually falling into that. You know what I mean?
We've been falling into that. We've been divided since Obama's been in office, because you got to think about it. Here you have a black man who's is president, and then you have white people who's racist that don't like black people. So I mean, that's when the division started. You know what I'm saying? That's when it started becoming more public.
Trump getting into office made it even more like, oh, it's okay for me to do this because he's doing it. If the president is racist, then I could be racist too.
Right. So.
And it just sucks because I just feel like, I know y'all gonna think I'm crazy, but I think about the purge.
Oh my god.
I
Calm
watch
down.
movies like this, and I be really thinking like, yo, they trying to warn us. Like, we got to be ready.
But this is what I'm
I'm
saying.
like, prep
Everyone
yourself.
has the right to bear arms. So go ahead, get your gun license and get your gun. Go to the shooting range and, protect yourself. That's all I'm saying.
Seriously.
You have a right to do it, so protect yourself. Now, moving on. But anyway, so the good thing about it is I did see that you are still going to be able to file your taxes.
Yeah,
So
I did see that.
that's a good thing.
Make sure you file your taxes early.
Yeah.
Because the later you file them, the less money you will get, and that is facts.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Yeah, it is true. It is true. Because you have to think about
Geneva's
it.
high.
There's a pot of money. There's a pot of money. There's a pot of money. Like I remember one time I think I filed my taxes maybe like
After
early February,
Uh-huh.
and I got like a good me as a student. Really, I got like $3,000 back. Okay, I don't have no kids, and then
Geneva's high.
and then maybe it's just a coincidence. But then there was another time when I filed it on time in April, and I got back like not even 1,000. And I was like, oh.
Well, if you filed after the deadline, then yeah, there's a penalty for that. But anyway, so Geneva's high, but but she gonna be all right.
I'm just saying, go early. Make sure you getting all the money that you deserve.
Get all the monies that you
all
can
the
get.
monies that you deserve.
Anyway, so I
it's
cannot.
your money and you need it now.
Right. Get your paper. But anyway, so let's move on to the big topic because everybody's been talking about it. I know that, it's been all over social media. Everyone has, people have different podcast platforms or whatever where they discuss it, but we haven't discussed it.
We have not.
So
they ain't discussed it. We discuss it. So
let's discuss it. And I want you guys, I want your opinion, because it's a big thing. And I feel like, okay, this is how I feel. I feel like everyone is entitled. Before we get into this discussion, I feel like everybody is entitled to their own opinion. Right. And just because somebody doesn't agree with you, doesn't mean that they're accepting what he's doing. Right. People view things differently. That's all I'm going to say, because with social media now, it's like, oh my God, like it's social media can really fucking drive somebody crazy and depressed and fucking suicidal, because social media is so cruel, like really, really cruel. But I do want to jump into fuck Rkelly and anyone that's still. I'm not saying people support him. Calm down, John. You're all over the place. Calm down. Give me a second. I'm just basically saying, oh my God, what up, Pofa Bear? But anyway, all right, so let's jump into the Rkelly topic. So did anyone watch the 6-part series? It was 6 parts, right?
I did. I watched it twice.
Oh damn, did you really? Okay, so how did you? I'll let you go first. How did you feel about it? Because I can rant. Go ahead.
So honestly, it was so disheartening. Like I watched it twice because I had to watch it over with my boyfriend because he didn't get a chance.
What up,
to watch
Human?
it.
I was just about to text you.
So it just, to me, the biggest question for me is what were we thinking when we were just letting everything slide? And is it really so important for us to admire his music that we can't admit when somebody is doing something that is wrong? And maybe let's not even say that it's wrong. When were we going to step up and say that somebody's affecting their life?
Right.
But I don't want to just go ahead and spread my opinions out there just yet. I want to, know everybody what you're feeling.
Okay, so my thing is, so Jaquita said that she watched it. So my whole thing with the Rkelly situation, we've known about this for years. Right. Everyone in the Black community, they've known about it. People in the music industry, they've known about it. Now, I will say this. When the whole situation came out with Aaliyah, I was like, oh, okay, well, maybe, it wasn't that bad. Right. And I'm gonna be honest. I thought, that's what I thought. I was like, oh, maybe it's not that bad, But then when he came out on the whole sex tape and with the 14-year-old girl, I was like, whoa, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, okay, so you know, like when you were in high school, well, I know when I was in high school, I didn't really want to date anybody in high school. Right. So, you know, people date older people. You know what I'm saying? Like chicks tend to date older dudes, and it's been going on for years. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, and you know, stuff like that. Like I'm from Alabama. A lot of like my relatives married older dudes, and you know, stuff like that. So it's been going on, but with a teenager like that, like a 14-year-old, you know what I'm saying? He was still in, how old was he when he married Aaliyah? Was he 27?
He was 27 and she was 15.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, you know, you looked at it, but you was like, I don't know.
See, this is my thing. Okay. Let's be honest here. I was born in a different time. Mm-hmm. So when I was born, like it had already happened. So I had to grow up and then see about everything that happened in a joking manner. Okay. So like if you seen the documentary how they said like it was all over, you know, the Chappelle show, all over like South Park and stuff.
Well,
that's
we were talking about it on
but
last
season. I never fully seen a sex tape. I never fully, you know, put two and two together that Aaliyah was that young when they was together. You know what I mean? So my love for R. Kelly wasn't affected up until recently. Right. When people started joking about these girls are living like Patrick Starr under the rock, right? And they got the bucket to pee and all that stuff, and that's when I was like, oh, this is a real thing. And then you know when the girls started going missing and started to seem like they was brainwashed and things like that, and I'm like, oh, okay. And the documentary came out,
right? So my thing is this. So I feel like Jamie made a good point. His name is a Pied Piper. I never knew what that meant.
Me either.
I never knew what the like. I would be honest. I thought like when he was like Pied Piper, I thought he was laying pipe. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what I thought it was. But
I didn't even think that. I'm just like, oh, that sounds fancy.
I didn't know it was somebody like the Pied Piper was like a character who children followed,
who played music.
Yeah, like that shit's mad fucking weird, dude. Like you're a straight up pedophile. And
the fact that he plays on it, that's the part that pisses me the fuck off. Right. Is that he knows what he's doing and he plays on it and he feeds off the fact that he knows that he's getting away with it.
Right. So if you listen to his music, it does tell you a lot. It tells you a lot. But I didn't know how.
Think about Bump and Grind. Do you remember in Bump and Grind when he was saying like let me see your ID or something like that?
Listen, let me tell y'all this, right? So when I was I think I was in high school and my mom decided to fucking move us to Atlanta from Boston. She just up and move us in the middle of my goddamn school year. She wants to move. So I'm starting a new school year in Atlanta in 11th grade. But I listened to R. Kelly's double CD the whole fucking way down to Atlanta because we drove and I was depressed. Play? Yes. That was a double CD, right?
I
think so. So yeah. So I listened to that the whole fucking way down there and I'm like, yo, like I used to love that CD and it's like now when you listen to his music, it's like, yo, what the fuck, yo? Like seriously?
What scared me was when I heard when I put two and two together about the age ain't nothing but a number with Aaliyah. Cause like, you know what kills me about the whole thing? You know what pisses me off about the whole thing with R. Kelly is that the thing is I probably wouldn't even be as mad as I was as to the fact when he's meeting these little girls, parents are trusting him. These are like kids that he's keeping under his wing. That's what pisses me off.
All right, so I'm gonna touch on that, but I just wanted to read a few topics. Jaquita said that she agreed with Jameen. Poco said she didn't know either what Pied Piper meant. Tanika said he basically told everyone who he was. We just refused to see it. I agree with that. Yeah. He tells on himself all the time. There's a new song he put out called I Admit. Yeah, I read. We talk about that? Yeah, we did talk about that.
He did write.
Jameen said, okay, yes. So I'm gonna play that clip too. He did a song. I'm gonna play it so people can hear it. Sophia said, "Did you get your?" Yeah, she said the same thing.
Yes.
But my opinion, we can.
I seen
that. The man from the monster is he's talented. However, he is still a horrible individual. Jaquita said that he wrote Aaliyah music. Yes, so that's what I didn't know that.
Me either.
So I started putting it together like age ain't nothing but a number. I'm like, yo, this dude has been doing this for fucking years, but Now it's basically they were saying that he was actually molested though.
Yes, he was.
So he was molested by a male family member and also a female family member, his sister.
Yeah.
But his brother Casey was also molested as well.
Mhm.
So I mean, that's basically where it probably kind of stems from. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes when you're abused, you become the abuser. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
Exactly.
So it's like,
and he would. And the part that kills me is like he would sit down, break down, cry, and make these girls feel sorry for what he went through just to put them through the exact same thing.
right. And that's fucked up. That's so fucked up. You don't. This is my thing with the R. Kelly situation. Now, as a parent, I'm not putting my child
Mhm.
anywhere near him. You know what I didn't know? I didn't know Keke Palmer
Me
worked
either.
with him.
I
Like
did
that was her
not know
mentor.
that.
I did not know that at
I
all.
didn't know that.
But you know, it seemed like everything was cool with that situation because nothing ever happened. But
her
yo,
mom's very involved.
right.
But these parents too, they were very involved. But the point is, he gets
No.
into their heads.
No, so this is what I will say about the documentary. Like, my thing is this: I blame every fucking body. You know what I'm saying? I blame everybody, but I also
they
feel
knew.
like everybody is a victim in this situation. The kids, the people, the women that's involved, they were hold on. So don't read that. So it's basically if y'all are wait, what?
His sister touched him and his brother Carey. Huh?
Yeah. So anyway, so in a situation, I feel like everybody's a victim. R. Kelly was a victim first, and then he became a predator. You know what I'm saying? So his sister molested him, the other family member molested him, and then he was a victim, and then he became a predator and started getting help, which, you know, a lot of people around him knew what the fuck was going on. But I will say this about watching a documentary. You know, you don't leave your child around him. Like they were basically saying like, oh yeah, you know, I did see a little bit of, you know, what went on with the sex tape and stuff like that. But yo, you left your kid.
Period. You just don't do it.
You
If I hear anything about pedophilia in your history, why
I'm
would
not
I
leaving
leave
my
child
around you. No, not at all. I'm not leaving my child
Period.
around you.
Period.
No, not at all. So another thing with that, the girl, what is her name? God damn it, I can't even think of it.
Which one?
The one who was like kind of like boyish, tomboyish.
Dominique.
Okay, so Dominique. So when her mom went and rescued her, that was really, really sad because it was like she wanted to go, but like she didn't want to go.
Yeah, like she just looked like she didn't have no
know.
reaction. Like she looked so out of it.
Right. She looked really, really out of it.
She's like, who are these people?
Right. So she ended up, like in a documentary, you know, she ended up going with her mom. Then 3 days later, she went back.
Right back.
But then she went back. But I would have loved to hear more of like the stuff that she actually went through. You know what I'm saying? Because they didn't really touch on that. She probably didn't want to be a part of it.
Because that was a different story. Like they didn't even try to like hit on that. Like that was the most interesting part of the story, was that he played on the fact that she was a tomboy and made her his boy toy.
Right.
What does that mean for R. Kelly? Are there more boy toys? Is there like does he like men too? Has he done this to young boys that we're not, you know, digging into or trying to investigate or figure out, or that we're not listening to?
Right. So AP Marketing said the parents were just as starstruck as the kids. Poco said mentally drained. Jaquita said touched them, and the sister molested him. Yeah, his sister molested him. She was 16, and then the brother, who was 6 at the time, was molested as well.
Who is that? Stephen Green, and he said all men are gay, most just like women too.
Stop it.
That's fucking ridiculous.
Stop it. But anyway, so you know, I just feel like, you know, there's a lot of people that's responsible for it.
Right.
So now, you know, recently R. Kelly's daughter spoke out, you know, and she basically said that he was a monster and, you know, they don't have a relationship at all. His brother spoke out too about what happened. He was basically saying that his sister would put his head in between her legs and like lick it to a fucking 6-year-old.
And then the fact that she sat on it, and
yeah,
like poor, like I can't imagine.
Right.
I have nieces and nephews that age. I couldn't imagine losing my virginity at that age.
Right.
To somebody that you probably admire.
But
that's your sibling.
But that also raised a question: is who molested her?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's like it's trickled down. You know what I'm saying? It's an ongoing thing, and it's like no one's speaking up about it. No one's getting help about it. I mean, no one's getting help. Getting help with the situation. It's like it's a thing that's ongoing, and it needs to be discussed. You know what I'm saying? Everyone needs to be held accountable for the shit that they've done. Like you just don't you just don't, you can't get away with molesting fucking kids.
I hope all that he's going through right now is breaking the curse.
Well, I don't know, because yesterday he was fucking in Chicago celebrating his birthday at a club.
Best life.
So they actually, someone called the police. I don't know who it was. They called the police. They told them that Rkelly was at the club, and the police showed up. I think the caller was like, "Oh, he has an arrest warrant." So the police showed up. Apparently, it wasn't an arrest warrant, but people was partying in the fucking club with him.
Yeah.
So it's like
nobody sees wrong. Like this is one of my biggest questions.
I'll say this:
how can we not separate the music from the monster?
I don't think I can separate it at this point. You know, I can't. I know. I don't want to deal with it. I'm good. I'm good. I mean, he makes great music, but when you're listening to his music, it's like, what are you hearing?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Because it's because
that's the question.
Right.
How can you separate the music?
And is he making this music for fucking little girls? Like, come on. I'm not about to. No. You can't enjoy that shit. You can't enjoy none of the songs that he's singing about.
Just like when y'all watching the Cosby Show and y'all are feeling uncomfortable, then
right,
it's the same feeling, but 10 times worse, because I still don't feel that feeling for Bill Cosby.
Right. Okay. But, so not only that, Omarion from B2K. So they're doing a Millennium Tour. That wasn't my era. That's your era.
Yeah.
I mean, God damn it. Telling my age now. Shit. But anyway, so they're doing a Millennium Tour, and he did this whole little thing, because I guess Rkelly wrote songs for them. I didn't know that. So he wrote songs for them, and he was like, "Oh, after this, I'm retiring." Right? He's like, "After this, I'm retiring. I'm retiring the music or whatever." He's like, "I know the fans want to hear it." So a lot of people was on the fence. They was like, "Oh, fuck that, retire it now." But I honestly think that most of the songs that they had, the hit songs, were from Rkelly. Like that. So my thing is that bump, was that him? Was that Rkelly? No, I swear. Because in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck, yo? See that sexy, but you like, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
So you need to calm down. You need to calm down. You're jamming. But anyway, so it's kind of like,
that was my time, girl.
I don't know. But anyway, so the chick who Lisa Van Allen.
Yeah.
So she was the one who had sex with him with the 14-year-old. How did you feel about her on the documentary? So she was with him the longest.
She was. And I don't know how to feel about her. I felt like she was genuine. I just felt like when she was saying that she didn't know the girl was 14, or like, I don't care. As a female, I can always tell when somebody's younger than me.
Okay.
Period. Especially if you're having sex with them.
Right.
You're seeing this child's body. You're a child yourself, so you should know. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I mean, how can you hide the fact that I can't.
He said he doesn't give a fuck what's going on. Rkelly, his brother, confessed. Yeah, I did see that. He did confess on Tasha K. Sophia said she watched it too. So this is my thing, and
who said he doesn't give a fuck what's going on?
Rkelly, because he was at the club, fucking. But they did have a surviving lies that he said he was gonna like air out all the chicks who was on there because they were lying. I will say this, like the younger people, I feel really bad for them, but the fucking grown ass women, like, you quit your whole fucking job to go move to him in Chicago, and he led you in a house with a whole bunch of bitches.
Yeah, that was my thing.
Crazy.
It was like you see when he's bringing you there what it is,
and tell you where your room is at. No,
and then he's gonna show you the little bucket. You can't come out.
Yeah, the 33-year-old.
You have to address me as daddy. You can't eat unless I say come out. If you hear anybody downstairs, don't come downstairs. You have to ask for permission. Excuse me, nigga. No.
All right.
What?
Right. No.
Ask who permission?
And then not only that, she goes, her breaking point will when she said when he didn't let her eat for 3 days or some shit like that. But fuck
and
that.
She was up there stomping on the floor and she decided to pack her bags and leave. And that was another thing. It's like it's so crazy how the mind works. And this is why I can't blame females, because I've been in that position. But it's so crazy how the mind works that these women were not held against their will.
Mm-hmm.
They were not locked away. They were able to walk out, leave whenever they wanted to. But it's so crazy how the mind works, how somebody can brainwash you and really make you feel like there's nothing out there for you but them.
Right.
If you leave, there's nothing. You have nothing. You are nothing without this one person. And that's how they felt. And that's why they didn't leave. And I know a lot of people have looked at them like, oh, you're so crazy, and you're seeing the way that he's treating you and the way that you're living, you can just leave. And even the girls who I was seeing and saying, like, they fell in love with him, and that's why they stayed. And it's just.
But I felt like a lot of women just wanted to see, was he really the way people portrayed him to be? But it's like, I don't want to investigate no shit like that. I don't give a fuck.
The younger female who did that, who went to trial and knew that she was like 14 years old,
right? That was
and
crazy.
Decided to go to his trial. It's like you're putting yourself in a position and you're showing him that you're vulnerable and that you're open to being manipulated.
Yeah, but he had 2 grown-ass women, though.
He sure
did.
2
grown women.
But like the documentary said, it don't matter what the age is. If you're vulnerable, if you're naive, like you can be a 50-year-old woman and your mind is naive because maybe you've never received a certain type of love.
No, you're right.
You know
some
what
of my
I'm saying?
clients be like that.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
you never received a certain type of love, and now you have a male, and then it's
right.
Rkelly.
Right.
You have Rkelly.
You know what?
Like,
but this is one of my clients let this chick trick him out of fucking like maybe 30 grand. Never met her before. It was like a whole internet scam or whatever. But he was mentally challenged though. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but you know what? I was talking to my mom earlier, and it's like, you know what? Some people, like, their mind works differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are strong-minded where you can be like, when a dude's trying to come at you a certain kind of way, and you're like, nigga, back the fuck up. Like, I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but I'm not that bitch.
And then you get
know what I'm saying?
But then there's some girls who like, no, like, I'll do whatever you say.
Want,
and it's like,
but at the end of the day, I still blame the parents. I blame the people around him. I'm blaming Rkelly, of course. You know what I'm saying? But I blame his mom and the people that was around him at that time as well, because it seemed like it was a circle of if you're just now tuning in, again, I had dental work, so my speech is kind of fucked up. But it was a circle of abuse going on. So everyone needs to be held accountable for that shit.
And there was a number of people, and I'm glad a certain amount of people did take accountability for it and were showing their face.
Right.
You know, it sucks that a few people did not want to show their face. But I feel like if you're gonna come out and you're gonna tell these stories and you're gonna speak about the situation, show who you are, show what you went through. And one of his assistants at the time, did say, he wished he would have did this. He wished he would have did that. Why didn't you do it? You obviously knew better. You obviously, if you felt at that time, I should have been doing something, then there's no reason why you should be sitting there saying, well, I didn't think that he was doing this. If you felt
they
at
knew,
that time.
and I'll say this, the girl, the backup singer or whatever,
with the braids,
she kept saying, no, she had like a peach color thing.
Oh.
She knew what the fuck was going on, and she was like, "Oh, well, we was on a tour bus, and then the door popped open, and he was having sex with Aaliyah, and then the other girl who her father played in the band, he kept making it seem like he's working with her, but yet we all knew he was having sex with this little girl. Why the fuck did you not say nothing? Why the fuck would you not say anything? You know why? Because it was all about fucking money. Everybody's so worried about their bag and their money and all of this. They're sitting up there letting them little girls get fucking molested and fucking he over there taping them on fucking camera and all of that shit. Like, come on. Nah. Nope. Everybody is fucking to blame. And even that chick that was on the video. I'm sorry. Yeah. So if they're gonna drum up some charges, they need to drum up some charges on her ass and that other dude who was on that fucking documentary as well. I don't give a fuck if you're speaking out now. You should have spoke out 20 fucking years ago when that shit was going on. That shit's crazy. Anyway, let's move on to
Yep,
some better topics,
something
some
else.
more positive, upbeat. So I'm ready for Bad Boys 4, Martin and Will. I'm ready.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Right. So that's definitely
But I don't
in the
know.
works.
Hopefully they still got it in them. I feel like Will still got it. I haven't seen Martin in action.
Well, I seen Martin when he came to Boston. He did a comedy. His
His
comedy, it was dope. It was dope. I liked it. I like Martin.
I'm just saying, you can't tell me like Martin's last movies have been kind of whack.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
What
they
last
have
movies?
his last movies.
You know what? I gotta catch myself this season. I gotta stop
catch
saying
yourself.
right.
You gotta chill.
I always be like right,
because you be reading and then you come back and you're like, oh wait.
I'm like right. I'm like what?
Because the Martin now is not the Martin.
Yes, the fuck is. Martin is the same.
We
Marty
will see. We will see. He better not have
same-
nobody writing his shit. It better
Anyway,
it better sound like Marty Marr.
I see Martin at the comedy show when he came to Boston, and the shit was lit. So I'm going back to the comment. Jaquita said, what did she say? Jocelyn's is it Jocelyn?
Yeah. Parents signed her away to him when he told them someone from the record label was chaperoning her. They knew how he was, and they still signed the papers. Right, and that pissed me off too. See how she's talking shit. She's lit.
I didn't eat anything today. So to backtrack on that, how the fuck do you let your daughter go off and then you're doing all of this crazy shit to try to find your daughter? Like, that shit pissed me the fuck off.
If you truly wanted your daughter to be safe and be watched by someone, you really gonna trust this motherfucker to find a person to watch your child?
And they kept saying, oh, she kept threatening us. I'm sorry.
I don't give a fuck.
I don't know how her mom and her dad was. But no, okay, backtrack. You let your 17-year-old daughter go on stage with the nigga. Oh, I thought no one was gonna happen because I was there. So the fuck what? He fucked her on the first night that he met her.
Rkelly's older than those parents.
Yo, listen, let me explain something to you. I don't know how they were raised.
I'm sorry.
But I was scared. Scared of my mother. Okay? I wasn't boy crazy and nothing like that. My mother would fuck me up. She didn't care who was around. She beat me up in front of my goddamn friend, and I had to go to school the next day. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, it's how you're raising your kids. And I can't tell people how to raise. I'm not a parent, you know what I'm saying? But I know how my mother raised me. She raised 4 of us. A single ass parent.
Right.
Okay. And when we got out of line, she was fucking us all up. You know what I'm saying? So Drake is a new Rkelly. He's back, whoever that is. But anyway, so
this guy?
Hopefully, everyone is held accountable for the shit that went on because it's fucking crazy and disgusting.
It does suck.
Anyway, moving on. So how are you guys' New Year's resolution going so far?
I don't have none this year.
You didn't decide that you want to do anything. Yeah, I know you're lying. To better yourself, to be better. Huh?
Fuck all that shit. Fuck all that shit.
So I told myself, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start going to bed early. I'm going to start working out. I'm going to. That's my resolution every New year, to start working out. I said I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. I have done fucking nothing. Okay.
See, this is why I didn't make any.
I've been eating snacks. I've been getting drunk.
And don't you feel bad because you made these resolutions?
No, I don't feel bad. I feel great. You know why? Because this is showing me, look, bitch.
Okay.
You're not following through. What you need to do is start making fucking resolutions and just do your thing. Live life. Huh? You want to get drunk? Get drunk. You know what I'm saying? You want to eat those cookies? Eat those cookies.
Talking about. That's what the fuck I'm
Fuck
talking
that.
about.
So
I'm not making no resolutions because I'm not feeling bad.
Right. So I'm not
about not committing.
Right. I'm not doing it no more. So
I do what the fuck I do all year round, just another day.
Yeah. So that's my whole thing. I'm no longer gonna make these resolutions. Fuck going to the gym. Fuck trying to work out. You know what? LA Fitness, they taking out $30. Take that $30. No, I'm gonna put it on hold for a little while until I decide to go back to the gym because I need that $30. Yo, I have been wasting $30 every fucking month. Every month since August, and I haven't been to the fucking gym. You know how much money that is? You got a calculator? Add it up. So yes. So from moving forward,
I don't know what that is.
But I have been doing squats. FYI, I am going to a black tie event on Saturday.
Did you get your dress?
I got my dress.
Is it the one we talked about?
Yes, I'm getting
She
my
gonna be a
hair
bad
done
bitch.
on Saturday, and it's gonna be lit. So if you guys follow me on Instagram, Starzy Starzee.
Can I guess your hairstyle?
Yes, but no, I don't. Yeah, I don't want them to know. They gotta
Okay.
see the pictures. But anyway, so yes, that's why I've really been trying to like cut back on eating. But it's like, yo, we had snacks from New Year's, so I'm gonna eat that shit. I don't want my money to go to waste. This New Year's, I said I'm not wasting no money, so I ate that shit. The fuck.
No, but I've been doing really good this New Year's. I think it's the best because I haven't made those resolutions, so everything has just been kind of coming together on its own. I'm living my best life, y'all. I just want y'all to know that I'm living my best.
But you're
life.
supposed to. You're supposed to live your best life. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Live your best life, and move forward with your. You know what? You don't even have to set goals as long as you're trying to better yourself. That's how I feel. I feel like that.
As long as you're continuing to focus on something.
Right. So quickly, let me jump into something that's super fucking petty. I thought I was petty. Yo, this lady asked this chick to babysit for her. She said she'll pay her $16 an hour. It was an 8-hour day. So she watched her kids, and great. So at the end of the shift, she's like, hey, the kids was great. It was a good thing. So when are you gonna send me the money? I guess she was telling her to Cash App it. The lady's like, what? No, I didn't say I was paying you no money or whatever. The girl's like, what? Like, yes, the fuck you did. We agreed to an amount on text message. This is how much you said you was gonna pay me. She's like, oh, I never said that. She was like, yes, the fuck you did say that. You told me how much you were gonna give me. Bottom line, the bitch ain't trying to pay her. She said, I didn't babysit your kids for free. She said, your kids are cool, but not cool enough for me to babysit them for free.
Right.
How fucking cheap and petty is that?
That's crazy.
So I would have went to her house and I would have beat her ass because she's like, I'm a college student. I'm trying to pay for my books.
Right.
I only agreed to do this because you were going to give me this money to pay for my books.
But did she have the text messages?
Yes. And she goes, oh, well, where was the text messages? The girl sent her the text messages and she was like, oh, I don't remember agreeing to this. What?
Bitch, what?
Okay. So you know what that means? That means it's time to get your ass beat. Throw a brick
I'm keeping your kids.
Fuck that. I'm beating you and your kids' ass. Anyway.
I want my money.
So then you have some relationship topic. Oh, wait. Side note. So they are actually doing a documentary on Michael Jackson. So the sexual assault documentary is set to premiere at the Sundance film. I can't see. I don't got my glasses on.
Give me.
Oh, okay.
All right. So this documentary accusing Michael Jackson of sexual abuse set to premiere at Sundance Film Festival. Jackson Estate says it's just another rehash of dated and discredited allegations.
Right. So that's supposed to be coming out anyway. Oh, also. Moving on.
They're just trying to piss all the ladies off. They're trying to piss off the grandmothers, the aunties, the mamas.
Right.
Damn. So somebody in our generation is about to get brought down.
Yes.
Damn it. Who is it gonna be? Chris Brown.
No,
shit.
what?
It's always Chris
They're
Brown.
always messing with Chris Brown.
It's always Chris Brown.
I love Chris Brown.
Oh, God. Just not pedophilia.
Yes.
Okay. So some good news. Finally, some justice for Cyntoia Brown. She was finally granted clemency.
So shout out to her. She's supposed to be released when?
I think in August. Let me get my facts together. Yep, in August 7th.
Yeah, you
she'll
definitely
be eligible for parole, and then she'll remain on parole for 10 years.
So shout out to her. Like, she was like in like a sex trafficking thing, and
she was being
she
sold.
killed her abuser, but they said that she that they didn't really want to give her. They basically try to charge her because she had his wallet, but it's like she probably stole the money so she could fucking get away.
Yeah, and they charged her as an adult. She was like 16 years old.
I thought that shit was super, super crazy. But yeah, so I feel like, I'm happy that she's gonna get out because she didn't deserve to be in jail.
Young, she can go live her life.
Now,
and she thought she wasn't gonna be able to, and
now with all the support that she's been getting from celebrities and stuff like that, I hope they continue that support when she get out of jail, because if she doesn't have any family, she has nowhere to go. She has no money. You know what I'm saying? So I hope that they continue to support
her,
keep that up.
which I believe they will.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they will. But anyway, so go ahead. What's your relationship topics before we end the show?
Okay, so I have a few relationship topics. It's a little bit different because I had like my mind on most of them while we were gone. So the first one, because we were dealing with all this R. Kelly stuff, is how long do you think it typically takes for someone to leave an abusive relationship?
So I read that it was 5 years, 7 times.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But I mean, I guess it depends on the person and when they're tired of the bullshit, honestly. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't it may not be a time limit, just when they're just fed up with the bullshit.
Right. And so that's why I thought of the question, because the psychologist, right, that was in the documentary, she said, it usually is about 7 times.
Right.
So to me, it's like, please, like I'm sure there's statistics. Sorry, I'm drunk, y'all. That prove that theory. However, it all depends, because it depends on the abuser. It depends on how you're being abused. It depends on how your mind takes it. It depends on if you even know that you're being abused.
Right.
You know what I mean?
So I feel like, at the end of the day, it depends on the person, the situation, and
Exactly.
So one of them that I liked, I'm drunk too. One of them that I like, that you when is it time to let go of your side piece?
Right. Right. Because
dude,
there's a story
of
someone having a side piece while they're engaged. So it was like, how you engaged?
Wait, is it like a celebrity or like a regular person?
I ain't saying no name.
Wait a minute, hold on. Write that shit down so I can know so we can be on the same page. Why you being
I'll
stingy?
holler at you later.
Wait, what?
No, what I'm saying is,
come on.
I'm saying don't lie. Everybody, while you're dating, you always got that one person, your backup. Everybody got a side piece.
Right.
But when is it time to let that side piece go? Like at one point during dating, or is it when you get into the relationship? Is it when you're engaged? Is it when you're married? Like, when is a normal time, or when is it? I don't know.
My thing is this: if you have a side piece, as you call it, you know what I'm saying,
or a backup. Or
I get it, but if you have that, you're not ready to move forward. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's not the fact of getting rid of the side piece, it's the fact that you trying to, call off whatever you have going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you had a side chick during this whole thing, like you've been cheating all this time.
Well,
you've been living the best of both worlds, so you're not ready to stop.
But I think you're taking it the wrong way. Let me not call it a side piece. Let me call it like a backup. Because we could say side piece too, but like a backup.
But are you having sex with this person?
Probably not. Maybe it's just somebody that you always.
Nah, you gotta be having sex with them. No.
Well, we could say it for the purpose of the argument.
Okay. So you're having sex with this person, and you.
So how early into dating do you get rid of this person? Do you say
if you're looking at it that way, so if you're looking at it in a way where I just started dating somebody and
things are getting pretty
serious, and I still have this person on the side, but if this is a person, like if I'm having sex with this person because I've been dealing with this person for a long time, but I'm trying to try something new, get into a relationship.
Yeah.
Before I take it that further and get into a relationship, I will break it off with that person. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not trying to go into a relationship and be like and have this side person here, because it's still like you're cheating. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I would definitely break it off
before the relationship.
Before I saw the relationship.
And that's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, maybe while you're dating, because you're still in limbo, you don't really know like what's going on. But once you feel like it's getting serious, the person's, asking you questions about like the future, and you guys are starting to think of maybe a future together.
That's too soon. It depends.
Yeah.
First of all, calm down.
No, because
that's like real crazy.
No, I'm just saying.
I was about to
say, there's a certain point in time when you're dating, and it might not be right away, but there's a certain point while you're dating someone where they start to ask questions that kind of give off the hint that they're thinking of making you their girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever. They start asking stuff like, "Oh, do you want kids?" Or,
but let me
do you think our house would look cute and pink or blue?
All right, but let me ask you this though. So with dating someone, do you automatically see okay, well, you know what? I can see myself getting married to him. Like, are you like when you're dating someone, are you looking at that, or you're just looking at, you know what, I'm gonna date him, we're gonna see where it goes?
Honestly, I think I'm just like wanted to see where it goes.
Yeah, because a lot of chicks be like, "Oh, I can see us getting married," and it's like, bitch, you've only known him for like a week or two. Like, what the fuck?
But then it sucks because then I'm that girl after. Cause like me, I'm
never
the type
that
of
girl.
I'm not gonna say I am. I was the type of girl that I gave like, I don't want to say everybody. I didn't get every chance, but I gave chances to dudes or whatever to date them, not because I seen a future with them, but because I seen something in them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was up to them to make me be like, oh, okay, I see a future with you, or this was just fun.
Oh, okay.
So that it was that type of thing. But I wasn't the type of girl that was like every guy like, ooh, this is it. Like, I want this one. Like, no, like I knew there was sometimes like this is just gonna be for fun.
Right. Okay. All right. I can see that. Because a lot of people go into relationships with high expectation, and it's like, yo, like he may not be seeing the same shit that you seeing. Like, you need to calm the fuck down.
And and like, I'm not gonna lie, like when I was younger, I was like a finesser, like a teaser. You know what I mean? So
it's all right to finesse a little bit.
Yeah,
like
like
you got a little change.
You know what I'm saying? Well, not even
those pockets.
Not even for the money, just for the entertainment.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
First of all,
maybe I wasn't finessing the right way.
No, you definitely wasn't finessing the right way.
I think it was more for the entertainment or for like the attention.
Nah, I can entertain myself. You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna be in my presence,
I was young.
I'm a finesse.
You know, so
that bank account.
So that's another thing. That's another thing too.
Yeah, but so nowadays with dating, it's more like what can he or she do for me? Like that's how I feel it is.
It's different when you're older because you're not looking just for like anything. Like you're looking to start building and thinking about a family and thinking about like, listen, these bills gotta get paid. I know your bills gotta get paid. What can we do? How can I help you? Help me, help you, help us. What we about to do?
I'm not looking at it. How can you help me?
How's your credit looking? Mine's looking like this. How can we fix this? Let's fix it together. Let's go do this. Like that's the type of shit that you're looking for, like as an adult.
Yeah.
But as a kid, you still living in your mom's house. You're still in high school, whatever. You don't give a fuck about nobody.
Well,
marriage.
If you're younger, it's still. I mean, whether you're younger and you're older, sometimes it still can be a finesse game. You know, especially if his paper's long. Why not?
Facts.
I mean, my thing is this: if you got it and you're flaunting it, and I can finesse you really, really
easily,
good.
It's like, sure, why not?
Then I'm about to get this paper,
right?
And we're gonna live our best life. But anyway, so Sophia says, so if you guys, if you're new to the podcast, I should have did this like earlier when we talked about Rkelly. But anyway, if you're new to the podcast, hit the like button and subscribe if you have not already subscribed. Also, subscribe. We're live every Thursday at 9:05 or 07 or 9:10. We started late today, but anyway, so you can check us out on Instagram at FY Podcast. You can check my Instagram out at Starzee STARZZEE or Patty Mayo. She can spell out her own name.
PATTYMAYY.
All right. So quickly, I was so excited when I found this shirt online. I know everyone remembers these shirts because I used to get these all the time. And y'all know that I love my graphic tees.
She does.
So Flush. Anyway, so you know what? I think this was I felt really good coming back. I was super nervous because we've been off for like what, almost a month.
It was
It's been a
about
month,
exactly
yeah.
a month. Yeah.
So you know what? I feel good being back. I do appreciate you guys for tuning in. We appreciate you guys for tuning in. Shout out to Sophia for the cups and the shot glasses. We love our sponsors. We love our supporters. We love our followers. But yeah, definitely check us out. This episode will be up on all streaming platforms once we end the show.
Yes.
And if anyone has new music, hit us up on our Gmail at FYPodcast1. Relationship topics, anything like that, anything you guys want to discuss. I did get a lot of emails. I haven't responded. Shout out to Swipes and Giggles. I'm all over the place. Like when I went on vacation, I took my vacation like seriously. Like I wasn't answering shit. So I do apologize, but I'm gonna hit you up. And there was somebody else who emailed me. They have a Boston podcast. So I'm gonna respond to all emails.
Oh
hopefully
my God.
Sunday.
And how can I forget? We cannot forget about our Boston podcast family.
Yes.
They are super supportive of us, and
Right.
we are so appreciative of them. And we can't wait to hang out with all of you guys.
Right. So I think show's supposed to be putting something together, Boston.
Yes,
like a bowling thing or whatever for the Boston podcast crew. So shout out to you guys, and we will be back next week. Same time, same place, different topics. Less liquor.
We back, y'all. We back.
Oh my God, I'm so drunk.
Take my last shot.
Go ahead, do it. Do it on the air. All right. You
That's
done?
that.
Denise drunk. Hey, bye. Bye, sis. Thank you guys for tuning in, and
night,
we are
everybody.
out.